as the Rift is in development still, although it's due to come out soon. This is a DK2, Development Kit 2. It is prone to crashing, so we'll just see what happens. So I'll get started with this. Oh, and seeing that this on the front is a Leap Motion infrared motion hand detector. Might use some stuff with that in a bit. So let me get myself sat right. Let's give it a go. Obviously I won't be able to see chat, unfortunately, so I will yes, Phil, so unfortunately I won't be able to see what you say, but this is more of a demo than a game, but I haven't actually played this one yet, so let's see what we can find. Okay, so I need to recenter this. So looking good. Okay, so start to begin. I am. 1957, Soviet-Russia loses Sputnik 1, the first man-made object in space. 1961, Yuri Gagarin becomes the first man in space. For those 5 years, America was one step behind in the space race. I've got a feeling this is going to be very pro-America. 62, President Kennedy raises the stakes by announcing America's intentions to put a man on the moon. The following speech is delivered to American people to support this endeavour. Is anything behind me? No.
No man can fully grasp how far and how fast we have come.
Where's that light coming from?
But condense, if you will,
1962.
the 50,000 years of man's recorded history in a time span of but a half a century. Stated in these terms, we know very little about the first 40 years, except at the end of them, advanced man had learned to use the skins of animals to cover them. Then about 10 years ago, under this standard, man emerged from his caves to construct other kinds of shelter. Only 5 years ago, man learned to write and use a cart with wheels. Christianity began less than 2 years ago. The printing press came this year.
We all know this
speech, less than 2
but
months ago,
I've never seen this
bit.
bit.
Whole 50-year span of human history, the steam engine provided a new source of power. Newton explored the meaning of gravity. Last month, electric lights and telephones and automobiles and airplanes became available. Only last week did we develop penicillin and television and nuclear power. And now, if America's new spacecraft succeeds in reaching Venus, we will have literally reached the stars before midnight tonight. This is a breathtaking pace, and such a pace cannot help but create new ills as it dispels old. New ignorance, new problems, new dangers. Surely the opening vistas of space promise high costs and hardships, as well as high reward. So it is not surprising that some would have us stay where we are a little longer, to rest, to wait. But this city of Houston, this state of Texas, this country of the United States was not built by those who waited and rested and wished to look behind them. For the eyes of the world now look into space, to the moon, and to the planets beyond. And we have vowed that we shall not see it governed by a hostile flag of conquest, but by a banner of freedom and peace. The exploration of space will go ahead, whether we join in it or not. and it is one of the great adventures of all time. Those who came before us made certain that this country rode the first waves of the Industrial Revolution, the first waves of modern invention, and the first wave of nuclear power. And this generation does not intend to founder.
I don't even know where I'm facing. I could be facing over there for God knows what.
We mean to be a part of it. We mean to lead it. Its hazards are hostile to us all. Its conquest deserves the best of all mankind. And its opportunity for peaceful cooperation may never come again.
I didn't realize the intro was this long.
Some say the moon. Why choose this as our goal? And they may well ask, why climb the highest mountain? Why 35 years ago fly the Atlantic? Why does Rice play Texas? We choose to go to the moon. We choose to go to the moon.
Wow.
We choose to go to the moon in this decade and do the other thing. Not because they are easy, but because they are hard. Because that goal will serve to organize and measure the best of our energies and skills. Because that challenge is one that we're willing to accept, one we are unwilling to postpone, and one we intend to win. The others do.
Tranquility Base here. The Eagle has landed. Roger, Tranquility. We copy you on the ground. You got a bunch of guys about to turn blue. We're breathing again. Thanks a lot.
See, I thought this was just going to be on the moon.
I think the momentous, most memorable thing that I can recall about that particular day was the opportunity.
That's so clever. Use Google Maps and then put that on.
Put into the spacecraft to stand alone by myself out there and look at the rocket and the quietness and see the sun come up.
See what this looks like just for you guys.
Waves rolling in and the evidence of the millions of people watching.
So different.
Specific and just so quiet.
It's unreal with this one.
Indeed, such
it's
a
like
contrast was going to take place. All the frantic activity preparing the rocket, but it was so quiet up there for me personally, and that in a very few moments we were going to.
I hope this doesn't crash.
And a great roar and off for.
I didn't realise they put letters on it. It's like an Airfix kit. Whoever wrote this program is a genius.
I thought we had a 90% chance of getting back safely to Earth on that flight, but only a 50-50 chance of making a successful landing on the first attempt. There's so many unknowns in that descending from lunar orbit down to the surface that had not been demonstrated yet by testing. It's a risk-reward equation, and
it's so weird. You actually can get
to accept a level
of feeling
risk,
of
so
height,
long as it's commensurate with the reward that you will get by achieving the goal.
And even though I'm sat down, my head level is almost right. I mean, it's not the first time I've used this, but it's the fuck. I hope you know what you're doing.
5 seconds on the Apollo mission, the flight to land of the first man on the moon. All indications coming in to the control center at this time indicate we are go. 1 minute, 25 seconds and counting. Our status board indicates the third stage completely pressurized. 80-second mark has now been passed. We'll go on full internal power at the 50-second mark in the countdown. Guidance system
fucking hell, like the only digital thing is that.
Up to the ignition sequence at 8.9 seconds. We're approaching the 60-second mark on the Apollo 11 mission. T-minus 60 seconds and counting. We passed T-minus 60. 55 seconds and counting.
There's a clock there.
Neil Armstrong just reported back. It's been a real smooth countdown. We passed the 50-second mark. Power transfer is complete.
Oh, what?
Power with the launch vehicle at this time. seconds away from the Apollo 11.
Of course, we're laid back, aren't we?
All the second stage tanks now pressurized. 35 seconds and counting. We are still going.
I have got to take this to the Astronomy Society.
Astronauts report it feels good. T-minus 25 seconds. 20 seconds and counting. T-minus 15 seconds. Guidance is internal.
If we could get this at start,
12,
this would
11,
be
10,
brilliant.
9. Ignition sequence start. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. All engine running. Liftoff. We have a liftoff. 32 minutes past the hour. Liftoff on Apollo 11. Tower clear.
We got a roll program.
Neil Armstrong reporting the roll and pitch program, which puts Apollo 11 on proper heading. Plus 30 seconds.
Roll complete and mission program. One round.
A little bit quicker than it was, but Jesus.
All 11 Houston, you're good at 1 minute.
Downrange 1 mile, altitude 3, 4 miles now. Velocity 2,195 feet per second.
11 Houston, thrust is go. All engines, you're looking good. Roger, you're loud and clear, Houston.
I'm having to look round that pole there.
We're through the region of maximum dynamic pressure now.
11 Houston, your guidance is converged. You're looking good.
Really?
Set 8 miles downrange, 12 miles high.
I think I might need to zoom my
4,000 feet per second.
webcam out a bit, because I'm moving around a lot more than I'm on with it.
Charlie. Mark, mode 1 Charlie. 1 Charlie.
Cliff Charlesworth taking a staging status.
This is Houston, you are go for staging.
That is mad.
Roger, Tower.
So clever.
Board cutoff.
Inboard engines out.
I'm in board cutoff.
I thought they weren't allowed pencils in space because of the carbon sticking in switches.
The visual is go today. This is Houston, roger out. Yeah, they finally gave me a window to look at.
Ooh, you could just...
That's one small step for man. One giant
That's
leap for man.
cool. That's probably finished now. Wonder if they actually achieved it. How cool is that? I'm going to just zoom my camera out. Not a game, but how cool. So that went relatively smoothly and didn't even crash. Let's see how badly we can fuck up something else. What have we got?